Little Kitty Big City is not the kind of game I'd normally play. It's short, family-friendly, adorable, and a bit of a sandbox, which is a type of gameplay I usually try to avoid. Not enough direction and purpose for the likes of me in a regular old sandbox. Nope, give me the mission and the bullets and lots of both. In fact, I didn't play this game at all. For the sake of critical integrity, whatever the heck that is these days, I have to admit that all the footage you're about to see was recorded by my wife, Carrie. This was her playthrough, see, and she loved just about every second of it. I was there beside her on the couch the whole time, of course, and yeah, every once in a while I'd snag the Xbox controller from her and play a bit myself. I couldn't resist this cute, furry little guy or girl, or, well, they don't really say, but could you? As I alluded to already, Little Kitty Big City is an indie sandbox experience in which you play, wait for it, a little kitty lost in a great big city. As such, you have one overriding goal: get back to your apartment and the young woman who feeds and pets you. Simple enough, right? Is anything ever simple in video games? Complications and side missions inevitably arise, for the most part quest-based, much fetching, some repetition, but neither my wife nor I seem to mind that much. It's the charm of the game that matters. Unlike 2022's Stray, another gorgeous-to-play sandboxy cat sim, Little Kitty Big City is pretty terrestrial, down to earth, taking place in a modern city that looks a lot like Tokyo. Stray, of course, was kind of a dystopian, robot-populated world with dangers around every corner. For all its excellence, and I did love that game, it wasn't nearly as good-humored. As the little kitty, you'll bat at balls and potted plants and scale heights to walk on irresistibly narrow ledges. You'll nab objects from the wealth of human NPCs roaming around the world, and you'll sneak up and pounce on so many birds in order to collect their feathers. You may as well use them as currency to fuel the game's fast travel system. I mean, makes sense to me. The colorful cast of animal characters you encounter is full and diverse. Talentless chameleons obsessed with your ability to see them no matter what they do, a daddy duck and his lost ducklings, a dimension-hopping raccoon in charge of said fast travel system. Each of these guys comes with a set of stuff to do, objectives to complete, and each features dialogue that's actually very funny. We laughed, we had fun, we got back to the pouncing and the making commuters late for work by stealing their phones and various handheld bread products. The city is also a major co-star of this game. Not too big, not too small, and every square inch seems to have a secret or some other opportunity for interaction and play. It's well designed, more or less easily traversable, and everything, including all the people, have this wonderful, simple, cartoonish appearance. Dealing with city people is just as fun as interacting with the other animals. My wife especially enjoyed a scenario in which she had to steal a fish from a small market. Easier said than done, as it turns out, but Carrie was very proud of herself when she finally pulled it off. Only thing about this game I cannot quite get behind, or rather, a thing I feel could have used a bit more tweaking, are the controls themselves. Don't get me wrong, the basic application of moving the little kitty through the world works well enough and is even a treat sometimes. What with all the well-animated cat behavior and simple but effective physics involved. But it can sometimes be a chore to navigate the more time-sensitive scenarios, especially when timing is everything and little kitty's run function is a bit awkward, both to engage and to, well, steer. The adorable feline becomes a bullet train out of control at the worst times, so do be aware that an occasional bout of frustration is par for the kitty course. Also, as much as I love the game as a whole experience and all the brief but memorable joy it brought us, I still could have used more variety in what the sandbox provides player to tinker and experiment with. I think about some of the Goat Simulator games or even the Just Cause series, and it just gets my wheels turning. More toys in your sandbox, guys, more toys! And then attach more purpose and quest fulfillment to those toys. At that point, you'd have an incredibly endearing and engrossing video game on your hands. Not that Little Kitty Big City isn't already plenty endearing. This feels like a great game for kids and parents to sort of hunker down and play together. It's only single player, but I found helping Carrie navigate and strategize a lot of fun in its own right. That's because there's nothing inherently antagonistic or competitive or just nasty about it like so many games these days. I mean, sorry to sound like a Puritan, but it's very laid back, though not entirely passive. More purpose and direction-focused adult players, like me, won't be put off by the side quests, and kids should love the characters, the basic movement, and other gameplay features. And the kitty, him or herself, of course, the star of the show. So that's the gist, my friends. It's not a super complex game, so this isn't a super long review, but developer Double Dagger Studio has crafted a very enjoyable, rather adorable product that's about getting lost so you can find your home all over again. Collect stuff, fulfill fun and family-friendly objectives, assume the role of a lovable cat with all the meowing, preening, acrobatics, and mischief-making that goes along with it, and then repeat until a big grin spreads across your face. In this era of hyper-violence, exploding development budgets, broken community promises, and generally overwrought narrative experiences, it's nice to know gaming still has room for the simple, effective, and friendly. Technically, Little Kitty Big City has been out for about 5 months now, but when I happened to see it on my TV, and when I saw how much my wife was enjoying it, heck, I just had to check it out and then tell you all about it. I don't normally score games that are older than a couple months, but in this case, I want to give out a score. Little Kitty Big City from Double Dagger Studio gets a very well-deserved 8 out of 10. It's small in scope, so it likely won't wow some gamers like a AAA big developer game might, but for what it is, expect to end your time in the big city very satisfied. Alright, get out of here, you alley cats. Go dig through someone else's garbage cans. Before you go, though, do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest content, and then check out some more of my videos. I publish 2 or 3 a week typically. Gaming, music, and mental health are my main subjects. Alright. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Meow.
Innocence left you that night under the cover of the pale moonlight. It slipped from your body like the darkness flees the bleeding edge of sight. Is there some other way that I can bring this home to you?